Everyone, Matt here from Docs Running, and today we're going to do a comparison review because you asked for one of the Guide 17 and the Saucony Tempus. So these are both stability / guidance shoes from Saucony. They've really changed up the game. The Guide 17 is completely different from the Guide 16, and there's no predecessor to the Tempus unless you kind of count the influence of the Hurricane, but the Hurricane's actually coming back, so the Tempus is going to be its own standalone shoe. The Tempus was really different because it's actually a lighter stability shoe that has a super foam in it, which Power Run Plus, which I think it's still the only one as of this video that's on the market. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong, which at the lighter weight gives it a lot of versatility into not just training and long runs, but also as a marathon racing shoe. So that's something really cool about this, but some of the specs are actually really similar. So hopefully I'm going to help you compare and figure out which one might be better, or if you want the two of them together. And so let's talk about specs first. So the Guide 17 is coming in at 9.4 ounces for men's size 9, 8.1 ounces for women's size 8. The Tempus is coming in at 8.9 ounces for men's size 9, 7.9 ounces women's size 8. Stack heights are fairly similar, 35 millimeters in the heel for the Guide 17, 29 in the forefoot for a 6 millimeter drop. The Tempus is coming in at 36.5 in the heel, 28.5 in the forefoot for an 8 millimeter drop. So somewhat similar, but slightly different drops. Let's start off with the function of these shoes first. Again, the Guide definitely has a really rolling rocker ride. It's got full-length EVA Power Run in the midsole with a Power Run Plus insole, so it just feels a little bit more relaxed. The upper is kind of similar to that, where it's just a little bit wider, a little bit more relaxed fit. Feels very good for daily training miles. I've done some workouts in the shoe. It's not the thing that it's best at. It can't handle it, but it's really meant for that easier paced running or just getting, as I said, daily miles in. Where the Tempus really is different. It's got the versatility to be used as a daily training shoe, but it's just a little bit more aggressive. Part of that's because of the Power Run PB, the super foam that runs the full length here, integrated with the Power Run in the midsole to create that kind of guidance and like guide rail type thing. I know that's Brooks, but that's the best way I could describe it. I can't remember what Saucony calls it. But it's got that kind of centered technology to it to help roll you forward with the softer Power Run PB in the middle and Power Run on the outsides to kind of guide you through. So the Power Run PB, though, gives you a lot more bounce. So in terms of versatility, the Tempus definitely can pick up the pace a lot more. And that was something I really like because I like lightweight trainers. The Guide 17 is getting lighter, but I like the Tempus and its ability to also pick up the pace. I've done a lot of tempo runs, a lot of long runs in the Tempus, and it has a lot more speed versatility. It's not necessarily the fastest shoe out there, but it can definitely move at much quicker paces, which again makes it a good option for those that want a stability marathon racer, because there's not a lot of options out there for that anymore. So the other thing about the fit is the forefoot definitely feels more snug than the Guide. Like I said, the Guide feels a little bit more relaxed. The Tempus feels, just because there's a little bit more structure up here with the toe guard, just feels a little bit more snug under on the foot. The midfoot actually fits similar. I felt that the Tempus actually, I had to lock down quite a bit more to get a secure fit. I didn't have to worry about that with the Guide 17, but once I locked that down, it felt really secure, and again, gives that kind of close performance as fit. The heel counters and the heel are fairly similar. The Tempus is a little bit stiffer with a little less padding here, versus the Guide 17 is a little bit more comfortable, but both of them have a little bit stiffer heel counters. Just, again, lock your heel in. If that works for you, great. If it doesn't, just know that this one's a little bit stiffer. The durability is also great on these. I don't know if I mentioned this. I have 200 miles on my Tempus, 100 miles on my Guide 17s. Both of them durability has been really, really good. Again, you can see that I barely worn through that stuff. So they're really good. They're pretty good in terms of dollar per mile there. And I've still enjoyed getting miles on them. And again, they have some similarities, but again, to summarize this, the Guide 17 is going to be more of your trainer. The Tempus is going to be more of that shoe that, yes, it can be a trainer, but it has more versatility into faster stuff, especially given the lighter weight and the faster foam there. Both are great shoes. Both are really good options for both similar people and different people. I hope this video helped you. And as always, you can request comparisons. We do pay attention, and sometimes we make videos for you.